A very good afternoon and welcome to UBC Lunchtime News with me, Maureen Babidie, on this 26th of August 2025. Today we start with the NRM Delegates Conference, where the National Resistance Movement Delegates Conference enters day 2 as delegates continue to vote for various leaders. We have the details.
I'm happy today to be here to witness the election of special interest group MPs, of which I'm a contestant, standing for Youth MP Western Region. We're actually having gaps in the youth leadership, and I'm trying to tackle mindset change, but also enhanced youth inclusivity. That is my agenda. I'm seeing that once we try to tackle the mindset of the youth, we should be...
Wait. Kabaregalega, they have already benefited. They are not godly people. I'm going to tell you. Bukedi. Bukedi, Matia. Bukedi.
Now, in more news, as the National Resistance Movement Delegates Conference takes shape, youth leaders that are interested in political positions have expressed what they've what they hope to achieve if elected. Oscar Masiko, who is vying for Youth MP Western Region, says that areas like Rwampada, where he comes from, still has challenges of youth unemployment and dissatisfaction with the current government. He calls for a mindset change amongst the youth. We have a report.
Today to be here to witness the election of special interest group MPs, of which I'm a contestant, standing for Youth MP Western Region. We're actually having gaps in the youth leadership, and I'm trying to tackle mindset change, but also enhanced youth inclusivity. That is my agenda. I'm seeing that once we try to tackle the mindset of the youth, we should be able to leverage the current conducive environment that has been enabled by the NRM government, and we push forward the agenda of transformation, of economic transformation of our country. The president has already talked about economic East African integration, and we think that by rallying behind his idea, we shall be able to have a well-integrated economy all over East African region. Can we have the youth appreciate the current government programs? Because it starts with accepting and appreciating the programs, and the rest can always move forward. Because we made a survey and realized that this 1 million, for example, through PDM, if you go through the government markets or over cities in the country, you realize that we see young women and men using capital 500,000, 300,000. My appeal is for the youth to ride behind me, to give me support, so that as a youth MP for Western Region, I will liaise with youth MPs of other regions and will bring forward ideas in Parliament that will benefit us all and add to the value chain of development of our country.
In more news, the State Minister for Works, Musa Francis Echweru, has maintained his stance on going independent in the upcoming parliamentary elections. Echweru, who is the incumbent Member of Parliament for Amuria County, controversially lost in the recent NRM primaries, an election he says was not free and fair. To him, conceding defeat in what he calls a sham election will be legitimizing crime.
The election in the country this time round was bungled, unfortunately. That's why actually the president had to put in a tribunal, but also above that, a lot of arrests have been done by the security organs to try to apprehend the registrars. A lot of mess was particularly occasioned to the voting in Amuria. You must have seen on television and children 7 to 8 years told to line up. They were lining not even knowing what they were doing. You know, they were lining, but they were being counted. You must have seen a pregnant woman being counted as 2 people, you know. So that's not an election, it's an abuse of democracy. And so that's the reason why we say to leave it to go like that is to legitimize crime, because this is a criminal act. It is to legitimize crime, that you can do this and get away with it. So what we do, we go to the population and the people will make the decision, and that decision will be made in January. You will hear. Just watch this space.
In more news, mothers in Yumbe district have been advised to desist from giving birth at home. According to health experts, home deliveries have risks like excessive bleeding that can easily lead to death of mothers.
That lead to death when a mother bleeds profusely after giving birth.
The torn aspect, that is the mother's uterus, that is the womb, being able to contract following deliveries. So if that fails, we end up with the PPH. And then also the other aspect can be the tear or the lacerations along the birth canal or within the uterus itself. And when that tears happen, then we end up with the postpartum hemorrhage. Mothers who have problem with various components of the blood may experience incidents following birth where the bleeding cannot stop on its own, and that still causes us PPH. And
in the last financial year, Yumbe district registered 1 maternal death from postpartum hemorrhage, a reduction in the previous years.
The leading cause has been postpartum hemorrhage. We also have obstructed labor, among others. In last quarter, we had 1 maternal death that has been due to postpartum hemorrhage. 2023-2024, we lost 4 mothers. The major cause has been PPH.
Health experts attribute postpartum hemorrhage to poor antenatal responses that prompt mothers to deliver at home.
Some of the mothers start feeling the labor pains, but for them they think it is yet not labor. Then by the time she's realizing the labor is already advanced and she's about to deliver. So some of them may deliver on the way, and some of them actually may end up delivering at home. There they are taking a lot of risk. Even if your number of months are not yet ready, you must know that when pains come, the pain might be because of labor.
Protect Sexual Reproductive Health and Rights project in Yumbe by International Rescue Committee is creating awareness to prevent postpartum hemorrhage.
and one of them preventable death can be due to bleeding after childbirth. And that's why today we took it as an initiative to invite all our health workers, those are doctors, midwives, nurses, clinicians, what are their roles, what is the role of the DHO, what is our role as a project, supporting the district to make sure that we have reduced maternal death due to the preventable causes, and our major cause being PPH. And in this month of August, we are saying we are creating awareness.
The Uganda's National Development Plan 2020-2025 recommends that less than 211 maternal deaths should be registered out of 100,000 live births. Joseph Fodama, UBC News.
You're still a diligent viewer. Stay tuned for more news to come after the break.
Big thing about the MTN Super. Wali yakapia musite wali yakapia. Wali yakapia. MTN kabo de super mustairo mpia. Then you kabo de smartphone nebi yakabibiona. Wali yakapia. MTN kabo de super mustairo mpia. Then you kabo de smartphone nebi yakabibiona.
Get the new Kabode Super smartphone and enjoy 16 GB free. Start with a deposit of only 45,000 Uganda shillings and pay the rest in daily installments of less than 1K. You can also make weekly and monthly installments. Together, our vibes are unstoppable. Terms and conditions apply.
MTN.
MTN is regulated by Uganda Communications Commission.
Hello, Kampala, Uganda. In response to the national call of strengthening the traffic security, Good Products Group HGO brand has officially launched the Rider Selection Campaign. Registration is now open. Visit www.riders.hgo.com. Complete your registration now for a chance to win exciting prizes including motorcycles, exclusive HGO gift boxes, and official rider vests, all while promoting safe riding awareness. This is how to participate. Pay the registration fee, invite 3 friends to form a team of 4, and your registration fee will instantly be refunded. Begin your journey of honor today. Don't miss this opportunity. Join the challenge, promote road safety, and become a pioneer rider. For details, visit the official Good Products website at www.hgo.com or call toll-free 0800-335-555 or visit our offices at Kingdom Kampala 3rd floor to register now and win prizes worth millions.
Diseases like Mpox can catch anyone, and when treated by qualified health workers, patients fully recover. However, it is important to know that survivors are not carriers. Welcome them home with open arms and support them to start life afresh. Truly, they need your support and compassion.
Always remember to seek guidance from the nearest health facility on how to support survivors to resettle well in the community.
For more information about Mpox, call the Ministry of Health toll-free line on 0800 1066 or send a free SMS to YouReport on 8500. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health with support from UNICEF, WHO, and its partners.
The Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development, in conjunction with the International Growth Center, IGC, will hold the 9th High-Level Economic Forum from the 28th to the 29th of August 2025 at Kampala Serena Hotel on the theme, Enhancing Uganda's Competitiveness and Growth Amidst a Changing Global Economic Environment. The forum's strategies are to foster dialogue among key stakeholders, raise actionable proposals and policy recommendations that will inform national budget priority, and guide Uganda's growth strategies. The audience will include a wide range of stakeholders, senior government officials led by Minister Honorable Matia Kasaija, the donor community, academia, local and international researchers, and the private sector. The forum will be live on UBC TV.
Hello, Kampala, Uganda. In response to the national call of strengthening the traffic security, Good Products Group HGO brand has officially launched the Rider Selection Campaign. Registration is now open. Visit www.riders.hgo.com. Complete your registration now for a chance to win exciting prizes including motorcycles, exclusive HGO gift boxes, and official rider vests, all while promoting safe riding awareness. This is how to participate. Pay the registration fee, invite 3 friends to form a team of 4 and your registration fee will instantly be refunded. Begin your journey of honor today. Don't miss this opportunity. Join the challenge, promote road safety, and become a pioneer rider. For details, visit the official Good Products website at www.hgo.com or call toll-free 0800-335-555 or visit our offices at Kingdom Kampala 3rd floor to register now and win prizes worth millions.
Welcome back from the break, and now in our business news, Absa Bank Uganda and Junior Achievement Uganda have launched a 3-year partnership with the goal of enhancing financial literacy in high schools across the country. Junior Achievement is a non-profit organization working in over 100 countries. It prepares young people for the global economy by offering hands-on programs focusing on financial literacy, work readiness, and entrepreneurship.
From those in the real world, and the real world meaning people who work for Absa. Through the programs that the young people have mentioned, just under the company program, I know Crest has made a hint on Foodathon. That's a program that teaches them about food management. And then we have the innovation camp where we teach them how to ideate. And then we have the job shadow program, under which they learn so much about work when the employees of Absa will be sharing their days with them.
And we're excited about the transformative impact this program is going to have on young people by inspiring confidence, nurturing innovation, and equipping learners to build sustainable livelihoods that benefit themselves, their families, and our nation at large. Nelson Mandela said, education is the most powerful weapon that we can use to change the world. And I like that we have young students here, and they're going to get education that's not typical for a classroom, that will help them transform. Lao Tzu also says that give a man a fish and you'll feed him for a day, but teach him how to fish and you'll feed him for a lifetime.
Thank you so much for that report. Now, private sector efforts to boost digital inclusion in Uganda have gained momentum with M-KOPA's launch of the More Than a Phone campaign. The program makes smartphones affordable to low-income earners by enabling purchases on installments below 1.5 million Uganda shillings, bundled with health insurance, device protection, and so forth.
Pay for smartphones in manageable installments, reducing upfront costs. The phones come with a health insurance cover for the loan period and unlocks access to digital loans for those with good payment records.
The way we think about the smartphone at M-KOPA is we're not really just giving you a device, we're giving you a gateway to so much more. Yeah? So every day we are thinking about our customer and what they need to make sure that they are progressing in life. Yeah? Why we thought about insurance is because our customer, like I said, is a daily earner. They're getting daily income, and any small thing could easily disrupt their journey of, financial resilience. So we want to start giving them the kind of products that help them to continue to progress, even when life is happening.
M-KOPA aims to bridge the digital divide by targeting everyday earners who previously struggled to afford smartphones, a key tool for accessing online services, including mobile banking, education, and healthcare.
So Turako is actually a micro-insurer. Micro-insurance typically means extending insurance services to the underserved, the marginalized communities, and the everyday person. So like I earlier said, this can be a boda rider, a taxi conductor, a market lady, these small circles. So strength in numbers is what will help microinsurance increase the penetration, and partnerships like what we're having with M-KOPA, where we embed with them and make sure that whoever is getting a phone is also having access to insurance solutions. That is what will push the insurance penetration.
The program supports Uganda's broader goal of inclusive growth as digital services expand and complements government efforts to improve internet infrastructure. This initiative reflects a private sector model that combines device affordability, insurance, and credit access, empowering users to participate fully in Uganda's growing digital economy. Wadulo Arnold Mark, UBC News in Kampala.
Thank you, Mark. Now, still in business, Stress-Free Investment Club, founded during COVID-19 lockdown, is marking its 5th year of operation with strong financial results. The club has over 200 members and emphasizes the discipline of saving over spending, focusing on low-risk investments while planning to gradually venture into higher-risk opportunities. Our reporter, Mark, has a report.
Reported a savings increase from 73 million shillings to 86 million shillings, a 3% rise. The club's investment portfolio grew from 700 million to 900 million shillings, with the total portfolio crossing the 1 billion shillings mark. Of the membership, 120 are active, while 91 are inactive.
My win as an individual is that getting people who have never met you, get them off the social media, off the internet, convince them to come together and start saving money, while almost 90% have never met you, is one of the greatest. We've walked a journey. 2024, we are lower, but now I would want to proudly say we have hit 1 billion shillings. And guess what? Saving only 2,000 shillings per day, which we elevated ourselves to 3,000 shillings.
Stress-Free's founder, Bravo, said the club encourages members to save patiently and build capital before investing. The club is targeting affordable housing projects for members as part of its long-term goals.
Now, on the issue of going into lending, we want to start lending internal lending first. Before you think about lending externally, can we first look at lending internally? Myself, I believe in a long journey. Everything has a journey. As a club, you need to look at yourself in 20, 30, 50 years ahead. And then all that is the process. If we are going into internal lending, we will be able to be regulated, of course. We're looking at going into a multipurpose cooperative. A multipurpose cooperative where we are legally be able to do any business that we can do. So we are ready into that process and we want to transit on the other side.
An independent audit by CPA Mariam Mwanje of Khan Associates confirmed that the club's financial statements are accurate and reliable, assuring members of transparency. The club's investment report noted that some members exited, affecting performance slightly, but unit trusts remain a significant part of the portfolio, with substantial deposits and interest earnings. Stress-Free is steadily growing as a savings group, building trust and aiming to expand its services by offering member loans and supporting home ownership aspirations. Wadulo Arnold Mark for UBC News in Kampala.
Now, schools have been urged to embrace technology and to benchmark from each other, especially within the East African countries, in conserving the environment. This was communicated by Dr. Kedrisi to the agenda, the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Education and Sports, who represented the Minister of Education, Janet Kataha Museveni, at the African Confederation of Principals Conference that was held in Munyonyo. The conference was attended by different stakeholders in the education sector from East African countries. Dr. Tudiagenda said the conference was timely and is optimistic that it will help the schools to teach learners more on how to conserve the environment through the use of technology. We have a report.
This conference in big numbers is anchored in the guidance and support of Mama, the First Lady, and the Minister of Education and Sports. Through her leadership, the country reviewed its curriculum to make it competence-based, learner-centered, practical-based. And she's continuing support in the reviewing of the curricula at other levels, so that now, moving forward, we can produce adults with appropriate competencies, right values and attitudes, and love for their country, for their region, and for Africa. In addition, the government of Uganda, through the Ministry of Education and Sports, is implementing a digital agenda strategy that has been running from 2021 and goes on up to 2025, but we shall go beyond. We are looking at exactly what your theme is saying, and saying technology is already here. We can no longer pretend. So how do we ensure that as children go through the education system, they are able to access technology and use it well, and that technology does not become a source of division of the rich and the poor, but it's used to ensure that it bridges the whole journey of inclusivity. So you're coming here together as Africa. I'm sure you know that Africa, south of the Sahara, is the only part in the world that has a young population. This conference, therefore, as Africa, marks a defining moment for us, inspiring us to learn from one another and to unite. To unite and be a body, and be a family, and overcome the partial and imaginary divisions that were created in the last century in Africa. The future of our nations depends on the quality of your leadership. Innovation. Your schools will become centers of excellence, but to thrive and have the future that they hope for.
In our sports report, the Rotary Cancer Run continues to grow in strength thanks to key stakeholders rallying behind the cause. Uganda Bureau of Statistics is among those joining the queue.
This year, the Uganda Bureau of Statistics has boosted the campaign with a 30 million shilling contribution to the Rotary Club of Muyenga. In addition, the Bureau has donated 1,000 kits to support the upcoming run. The contribution reflects UBOS's commitment to strengthening community health while nurturing corporate relations. The 2025 edition kicks off on 30th August with a medical expo offering cancer awareness sessions and free screening services. The main run follows on 31st August, which is open to everyone.
Uganda Bureau of Statistics, under her corporate social responsibility, is also in the drive, and we shall all participate in the cancer run. So the total value of our corporate social responsibility towards the cancer run is 30 million. 850 is equivalent to 25.5 million, and the 150 is 4.5 million. So that's our contribution.
Participants will compete in categories of 3 kilometers, 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers, 15 kilometers, and 21 alongside non-competitive options like walking and aerobics. This year's theme, Awareness to Personal Action, emphasizes early detection, proactive health care, and the adoption of healthy lifestyles.
And this cancer program is a very, very important calendar. This activity is a very, very important calendar on our year. Why? Because really of the problem of cancer in the country. So when we saw the burden of cancer, the burden of disease means the intensity and perversity, the spread and the heaviness of the disease. Cancer is among the most burdensome diseases. So Rotary said, why can't we do something on cancer? Now, we had already constructed the blood bank at Mengo Hospital, so we now decided that let's have the cancer ward at Nsambya Hospital. And this fundraiser comprises mobilization.
Thank you so much for staying with us to the very end of our news bulletin this afternoon on this 26th of August 2025. We look forward to serving you later in the day at 5:30 p.m. where we're headed to the semi-finals of the CHAN tournament between Madagascar and Sudan, 5:30 p.m. and Morocco versus Senegal at 8:30 p.m. that will be live at Nambole and live on UBC television. My name is Maureen Babidie. Stay tuned for more to come. Good afternoon.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Hello, Kampala, Uganda. In response to the national call of strengthening the traffic security, Good Products Group HGO brand has officially launched the Rider Selection Campaign. Registration is now open. Visit www.riders.hgo.com